Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Chintya Dewi Anggraeni. I'm from Nusa Putra University. I can presentation my scientific paper. A title of my scientific paper is The Influence of Macroeconomic Factor and Financial Performance on the Company Value. The object on the right, the aim of this research is to know the effect of macroeconomic factor and financial performance on the corporate value of the manufacturing companies in Indonesia, stock exchange on 2010 until 2012. Population in this research is manufacturing companies listed on Indonesia stock exchange in period from 2010 until 2011. Number of samples that used this research in 52 sample with purposive sampling method. Corporate value variable is proxy by price earning ratio or PER. Macroeconomic factor variable is proxy by inflation and exchange rate. Financial performance variable is proxy by return on equity or ROE and debt to equity ratio or DER of the study. It can be concluded that only DER has significant effect of corporate value of manufacturing companies in EDX on 2010 until 2012. Okay, next, preliminary. A company has a goal to propose its owner in this case, the shareholder by increasing the value of the company or Scientify 2012 according to Jaya 2011. Value is very important because it reflects to company performance which can affect investor perception of the company. The value of the company can be seen from the market price of the company share or PGNT and Widana 2009. While financial performance can be measured by efficiency ratio, namely a ratio between input and output, by Anggraeni 2012. According to Jaya 2011, firm value is the investor the perception of the company level of success, which is often associated with stock price. The value of the company can be measured by the price earning ratio or PER, which describes how the profit of the company is issue of shares on the share price, which show the amount of rupiah that must be paid investor to get 1 rupiah of company earnings. The profit growth, the higher the PER value by Dewi 2013. Macroeconomic condition and as external factor can affect the company's performance. The value Dewi 2013. According by Prestia 2009, that the macroeconomic is the study of the economy as a whole. Macroeconomic describe economic change, the effect measured and firm as well as markets. Famous research in Dewi 2013 state the movement of macroeconomic factor can be used to predict stock price movement. The result of the research by Wulandari 2010 is the first macroeconomic factor because there is no consensus on which macroeconomic factor affects stock price. Macroeconomic indicators that are often associated with Capital market are fluctuation in interest rate, inflation, the rupiah exchange rate, and GDP growth by Kewal 2012. In this study, the macroeconomic variables were inflation and exchange rates. First, research on the return on equity (ROE) variable conducted by Purnomo 1998 and Rianingsi 2003 found the return on equity (ROE) had a positive effect on stock returns. The study is in accordance with research conducted by Biparta 2013, which said the financial performance as reflected by return on equity or ROE has a positive effect on firm value with Pangestuti and Aji 2012 analyzed the factor and the affect the price earning ratio in manufacturing companies in the IDX, finding the return of equity or ROE negative and significant effect on the price earning ratio. In contrast to research conducted by Susilowati and Turianto 2011, which said that ROE has no significant effect and stock return. According to Harahap 2007, ROE is used to measure out amount of the return of the investment by shareholder. The figures show how management is making use of the shareholder investment. ROE is measured in present. The level of ROE has a positive relationship with stock price. So, the greater the ROE, the greater the market price, because the large ROE indicates the return of the investor with reserve will be high to the investor will be interested by buying and shares. And this caused the stock market price to tend to increase. Going based on the description above, the following hypothesis can be formulated. H3, high return on equity or ROE will increase value and manufacturing companies listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange in 2010 until 2012. Previous research on the debt equity ratio or DER variable conducted by Natasha 2000 and Parta 2000 showed that DER has a positive and significant effect on stock returns. This is different from the research of Hidayat and Manau 2000, which said the stock returns are not significantly affected by change in the portion of the short funds from DER flows. According to Dorothy et al. 2013, DER has no negative and significant effect on stock price. Meanwhile, research conducted by Pangestu and Aji 2012 showed the DER has a negative and insignificant effect on PER. According to Ang 1997, debt to equity ratio or DER, a ratio that shows the percentage of providing fund by shareholder to leaders. Investors tend to avoid stock that have a high debt value because a high DER value reflects the company relative high rise. The value of the company will be decreased if the company used more, but above or the following hypothesis can be drawn up. H4, a high debt to equity ratio (DER) will be reduce the firm value of manufacturing companies listed of the Indonesia Stock Exchange in 2010 and 2012. Next, framework of thinking is according with the explanation above. The framework of thinking in this study can be present. In present, X1, exchange rate X2, return of the equity are ROE X3, debt to equity rate R or DER X4. And the negative, positive, and negative in the value of the company. Next, research methods. The type of the research conducted on the object under study and is quantitative research. The population in the study are manufacturing companies listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange in 2010 and 2012, amounting to 0.31 sampling technique. Research is purpose sampling technique. The number of research sample is 52 companies during the 2010 and the 2012 period in the world. There are 156 performance summaries and the financial statements that are the object of this research. The criteria of the research sample will be described more clearly in the table. We can see this table data. And next, conclusion and the suggestion. Based on the result of the research and the discussion above, the following conclusion can be drawn. 1. Macroeconomic factor proxide by inflation or X1 have a positive regression, confidence, and the significant and greater than 0.05. So it can be concluded that when inflation has increased, it has a significant effect on firm value, which in this study is proxide by price earning ratio or PER. 2. The macroeconomic factor proxide by the exchange rate or 2x2 has a positive registration, confidence, and the significant value is greater than 0.05. So it can be concluded that when the exchange rate or the exchange rate has increased, it is no significant effect on the value of the company, which in this study is proxide by price earning ratio or PER. 3. Financial performance as a proxy for return on the equity or ROE or X3 has a negative regression, confidence, and the significant value and greater than 0.05. So I can be concluded that when return on equity or ROE has increased, it has no significant effect of firm value, which in this study was presented by price earning ratio or PER. And 4. Financial performance proxide by debt equity ratio or DER or X4 has a negative regression, confidence, and the significant value is less than 0.05. So I can be concluded that when the debt equity ratio DER has increased, the value of the company, which is this study presented by the earning ratio or PER will discuss. Next, the suggestion from the author are follows. For further research is the recommended and increase the research period and not only be limited to manufacturing companies. In addition, further research can use other macroeconomic variables such as money supply and gross domestic growth, so that is the funded to insert the value of the components of determination are two. Point two, for manager of publicly traded companies, the result of the study can be used as the consideration in increasing of the value company manager to public companies need consider macroeconomic factor financial performance is making decision related to import insert company value. Manager of public companies also need to pay attention to the value and the debt equity ratio. DER, because a high debt to equity ratio or DER value means the company is debt that is greater than its own capital, so it will reduce the value of the company. And currently, investor who want to invest their fund in manufacturing companies on the Indonesian stock exchange, it is better is pay attention to macroeconomic factor and financial performance and of expected return. And education investor also need to consider the value of debt to equity ratio or DER, because a high debt equity ratio or DER value reflect the company relative high rise. Maybe this my prompt, and sorry for and thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.